In this video, I'm going to explain how to configure a one-question survey for your newsletter using Mailchimp. So first click the Newsletter tab and then follow these 3 very easy steps. First, select the question you want to add at the bottom of your newsletter. Now you can either change the question here, so I could put in my question by typing it in. Could change the rating scale from none to definitely. Or if you didn't like those questions, you can click here to get a suggested question. Whatever question you'd like, click to select it and it will be replaced in the survey box here. You can also configure other visual aspects of how you'd like your survey to look. So clicking the button Personalize Survey Design, and you can change the fonts and the size, spacing, etc., the color of the text. So I could change that to a different font like Georgia, and then click OK. Next, you'll need to generate the code. You do that by clicking this button, Generate Code, and this is the code you'll place in your newsletter. In the case of a newsletter, you can use the same code for all your newsletters. The survey will recognize from which newsletter the ratings are coming from and will apply it to each newsletter. So you're going to copy it. So click in there and then copy. And then you're going to add it to your newsletter, which we'll do shortly. The results of your surveys appear in the Results tab. At the top, you'll see the results from each one of your newsletters. And at the bottom, you'll see the results from each of your autoresponders that work differently and need a different code. The last step is to add this code to your newsletter. So go back into Newsletter, and at the bottom there is a video on how you actually do that. So for Mailchimp, you need to look at that video, which will show you how you paste the code to add it to your newsletter. If you want to add a survey to an autoresponder, you'll need to use the code generated in this other tab, Autoresponder. In this case, you'll need to insert a different code for each autoresponder. So you write the title of your autoresponder here. So in this case, it's called Campaign 3. Generate the code, copy the code, and then paste it to your autoresponder as explained in Step 3. In the Messages tab, you can configure what happens every time someone clicks on a specific rating in your newsletter. For example, you can configure it so that if your subscriber rates it with a 1 or a 2 or a 3, then you can ask for the reasons why they didn't like your newsletter. If they give it a 4 or 5, then you can ask them to help you promote your newsletter, like through Twitter, for example. After you configure this, click here to see what your subscribers see when they click on a specific rating. So if you click the 3, for example, this is what these subscribers will see. So you can then go back and change that message if it's not quite what you wanted. If you want to create another account, you can create it by clicking here, and you'll see the other accounts below. If you do this, look at the videos, because the way the surveys work with other services may vary. So in this video, you learnt how to configure a one-question survey for your newsletter using Mailchimp.